see how this goes.
This is going to be fun.
Maybe we can cut it. I don't know. We'll have to see how this plays out. But
yeah, it'll be fun.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to hit record in 3, 2, 1 now. Welcome, everybody, to Extra Sauce, Sony After Hours Support, episode 8.5. My name is Derek, and with me is...
the amazing, incredible Larry. Of course, I'm here. Sorry.
It's glad to have you back, of course, again. And obviously, the Extra Sauce is kind of the in-between the live shows, and this is going to be sort of a rapid-fire bit of information about Sony TVs. Now, before we kind of dive in, remember that the Sony After Hours Support, what Larry and I are here to do is answer your questions to the best of our ability. And at the very least, please share your concerns, questions, thoughts, hopes, dreams, whatever it is involving Sony. Throw them in the comments below. Larry and I will definitely be checking those out and responding to the best of our ability as well. And also, let us know what you'd like to see on our live show coming up. Well, actually, next month's a little different, so it won't be live. But let us know what you'd like us to cover in that next show, and then we'll be back again with some pretty cool stuff in the future.
Absolutely. So, let's go.
That said, do you just want to kind of kick us off with kind of really where this starts?
Yeah, I can. Yeah. So we are kind of going to start talking about TV topics because obviously that's the thing that most of you all ask us about. But we started to think about some cool things that you can do with the Sony TV that may not be top of mind, certainly not going to end up on some retail page spec sheet or bullet point of things you can do. We wanted to make sure you all are able to maximize your experience with your television. And what made us kind of think about this is I came across Derek's video that I'm not sure if you guys have seen, but he talks about his top, whatever number it was, reasons of, why he signed into Google TV. And so, Derek, if I can tee that up for you because you are the subject matter expert regarding that.
Yeah. And I wanted, we'll go beyond what is in that video as well, because I know that kind of hit most of the points and a lot of them are pretty well known. But first and foremost, of course, the benefit of signing into Google TV is the incredible amount of content that's available to you.
Yes.
And everybody knows, I have my streaming apps and I have all these video things that I can do because I can't say names right now. But beyond that, those that may not like to pay for some of those subscriptions, totally get that. Stuff can add up for sure.
Yep.
But there's over 800 free channels on Google TV as well.
Yes.
It's got its own tab. It's categorized, making it really easy to find something just on a whim. I mean, there's like tens of choices for just game show channels, which is pretty cool. So tons and tons of content available to find, whether it's movies or TV shows and pretty much everything in between as well. But it goes beyond that because I know, right? So most people can probably resonate with, and I am one of these people, where, I'm going to watch a show. Like, all right, I'm going to get a snack to eat while I'm going to watch this show. And you end up eating the entire meal before you find what you're actually going to watch, which is kind of ridiculous. I think we all do that because there's so much out there. But what I love about Google TV is its ability to make accurate recommendations based on what you like and what you watch. So it's easier to find something. Don't get me wrong. It still can take a while, but it's less to sift through that I have no interest in, which is great because that makes it so much easier to find and then watch while I'm eating versus just scrolling and eating. Just still kind of fun though, sadly.
No, well, yeah, we're opposites there because I think probably I'm the more, it's pathetic. I can't start eating until I find something to watch, which causes me to have to, reheat up food that I've had on my plate for 30 minutes. But anyway, that's kind of the person I am, and it's cool. And so when you talked about that with recommendations, it's what I love about that is like, we're trusting our friends. Half the things that we watch every day is because someone says, "Oh, did you catch this show on this platform? It was amazing." Or it's ended up on a social media site or something, whatever, you've come across it. Well, now the TV is doing that exact same thing. The difference is The TV understands you sometimes better than your friends understand you. So the recommendations are really spot on.
Yes. Yeah. And actually, you kind of set up a great segue for another feature that when it first came out, I talked about this to customers all the time when I was in stores because I think it's so awesome. And it's helped me because I have a terrible, terrible memory. Who are you again? What's your name? John? Steve? No. But the watch list is awesome. And I learned something else new about it just the other day, which made me add a ton to my watch list.
Okay.
So what it is let's just say you are talking to a friend hanging out and they say, oh, you got to see this show. It's amazing. I just started watching it. So incredible. Check it out. I am the type of person that says, oh, I'm so pumped. That's going to be great. I get home and I don't have a clue what it is and I have to text them or whatever, or I just forget altogether. You can Google it and there should be an option right underneath the image, usually the first thing that pops up, and it says add to watch list.
Right.
If you are signed into your Google account on your device, like your phone and your TV, and you hit watch list, now it's on your watch list in your TV. So now it's there. So if you ever like, oh man, what was that thing I wanted to watch? You go to your watch list and there it is. It'll be there. Now here's what's cool.
Okay.
It will not only show you what's on your watch list, you can then rate it if you've watched it, if you liked it, you didn't like it, but also it tells you where you can watch it. So if it is available, it will tell you, here are the 3 places you can stream this from this app, or even on one of the Google channels in some cases.
Right.
I also found this out. Now, I wish I wasn't prepared enough because I didn't think about it till the last second. In the actual Google TV app, which we'll talk a little bit about as well, there is a setting that you can get a notification when things on your watch list become available to be streamed.
Okay.
So I have watch list movies that are not out yet. So hopefully, now this is brand new. I just found out about it just a couple days ago, so I haven't seen it work yet. But stuff that is in the theater that I can't go because time and all that stuff. But when it comes out, I should be able to get a notification that tells me that it's available to be streamed on X app or to be able to download it and purchase it for rent or to own.
Yes.
So, which I think is awesome.
Yes.
So watch list. Definitely an awesome feature.
Always that last little nugget you shared. I'm always impressed that the more we spend time together, you give me one nugget that I didn't know beforehand. And I've a long time watch lister. Can I call it that? I'm going to coin that phrase. I'm a long time watch lister. And that was pretty cool. The last thing you just shared. Yeah, I did not know that you could set that reminder. That's dope. Okay.
Yeah. Now, I do want to add a little bit more about the Google TV app, which if you don't have it, most phones I think have it because there's like all those Google apps that kind of come preloaded usually. The Google Home app kind of lets you tie a lot of these things together. And I'm sorry, the Google TV app. Yes, sorry, I need to clarify the Google TV app because we'll talk about the Home app as well briefly. The Google TV app has a ton of list of content that you can get. And as soon as you purchase it, it goes into your list of things that you can watch in your library. So you can just buy it on your phone or rent it or whatever. And you go to your TV, go to your library, and you can watch it, which is cool. But there's also a remote in there as well, too. So once it's paired up to your phone, like it'll say, what's your local device? You select your TV, code pops up on the TV, you type that in, and now you have an extra remote. Yeah, it's kind of cool. Nice little bonus.
It is cool. Yeah, I was just messing around with mine when you said that, and I'll show it to the screen. Maybe you can see it. This is it recognizing all of my devices, and I could just click one, and I'd be able to control it.
I apologize that I messed up when I said Google Home because I was ahead of myself.
It's okay.
But Google Home is a separate app that offers also the ability to have a remote. But within the Google Home app, when you add a TV to a home, you can add it to a room, and it works with other Google devices as well. So you can actually set like a movie mode. And I did this. I don't have it currently set up, but I actually had a movie night setting set up with some of my smart lights that would change to a specific color and dim down, and then it would turn my TV on, which is really cool.
Yes.
So kind of an all-in-one kind of, here's what we're doing. Movie time, kind of just some of those settings. There's a lot of flexibility you can do with that stuff. Just a cool way to integrate your Sony TV into Google Home accessories that you may already have.
Yeah. And listen,
awesome.
Listen, boys and girls, take your time, set up the Google Home app, assign your TV to rooms, Go through the whole process. It's not long. It's super intuitive and easy to do, but it allows you that voice control from wherever you are. And it's easier because you can designate rooms. I can turn off the TV in my study or wherever just by voice, because I've placed those devices within the Google Home app into there. And if you have hands-free Google Assistant on one of your incredible Sony televisions, makes it even that much more convenient.
Absolutely. So I know we're kind of rapid fire here, but let's keep going because there is some other cool stuff to know as well. Do you want to tell us, talk a little bit about ambient mode? I know this came up one of our episodes a couple months ago, but do you want to expand on that, especially like the use of Google Photos with that, which I think is awesome.
Absolutely. Behind me right now, you probably can't see it, but because it's probably blurred out. But right now behind me is, in this particular room I'm in now, I use the default ambient mode, where after my TV has been sitting idle for a specific amount of time, it goes to what I think is some carefully curated artwork that looks very beautiful. Photography, most of it's landscape, and it's calming for me. So I work with Derek, so you get it. But in my office, where I spend the bulk of my time, what I'm able to do is to create folders utilizing my photos within Google Photos. And I can create I guess you can call it a slideshow. So whenever my TV in there is on idle, it just goes through at whatever designated interval I determine, but it goes through the different photos and images. And for me, here's my heartwarming moment for you. I keep images of my wife and daughter because when I'm being stressed out by my boss, this is a reminder of why I do what I do and why I enjoy it so much. So but it does give me that personalized ability to customize the photos that I want in the office. I have a buddy of mine who has a TV in his garage, and he's a supercar enthusiast. So he has a folder car called Garage, and he just has random photos of all of his cars that pop up in his garage. So you can also designate which folder for each TV unique to that space. So I think that's a very underutilized or it's not spoken about as much, because I think it's great. I similarly, in my upstairs TV, when we have family over for events, it plays through pictures of my daughter and pictures that I've taken, which is cool. It makes it more personal than just beautiful art or just leaving the TV off, which it's cool. It's there, but you can use it if you can in some cool way. I do want to add something to that, because some people aren't aware of this little nugget of information, but how do you actually activate it? Now, the easiest way, aside from menu diving, is to just be at the home screen and hit the back button on the remote. And that will start it. It's that simple, which is really cool. Now, if you want to customize it, and I had to write this down just because I always forget because there's so many settings. If you do want to customize it, and also if it will default to the landscape type pictures. So if you want to do Google Photos and set that up, you go to your home screen, settings, system, ambient mode, and that will give you all the settings there to customize it how you wish. But definitely check it out. Very, very cool mode. Awesome. Another one. Oh, sorry. No, I said that was awesome. I'm sorry. I was. Look, I'm in rapid fire mode, man.
Thank you.
Let's do it. Yeah, we're good.
I know. I think this will be some cool stuff. And of course, any questions you have in the comments, let us know. But also, I do want to just kind of semi-disclaimer this, that some of these settings are not available on every TV. So just to keep that in mind. So if you don't see it on your particular TV, send us a comment. We can maybe confirm or let you know what's up with that. But it's available on almost all the Google TVs, to my knowledge. But it's got to be a Google TV, not previous Android model. From the older years. Next one I do want to recommend that you check out too, for many people that want to do this or may not realize that this is a feature, is obviously Bluetooth connectivity. Again, this is not available on all models, but if you want to connect a pair of headphones or a small portable speaker, if you want to get creative with having something separate that's not as loud in the whole room, depends on how you want to do it, just go to the home screen, settings, remotes and accessories, and you'll see an option for Bluetooth, and you can turn it on and pair your devices there. So check that out too.
That's cool. You know what else is cool about Bluetooth? Also, and I'm not sure, there's a couple of other things, right? Like, so your remote. So if you're that person that grabs your remote, you're aiming and pointing and always have to, I'm not in line of sight of the IR, whatever. You can also, just like Derek said before, based upon model, you can Bluetooth connect your remote to your TV. So this gives you two benefits. Benefit number one is it allows you to not have to extend your arm out, right, to try to make the remote match where the IR is. But also, if you do have a traditional, if you haven't cut the cable and you have a traditional cable box or a set-top box, if you go through set-top box settings, like this is kind of a cool thing as well, the Bluetooth functionality of the remote will control all TV functionality, but all DVR and cable box functions will operate on the IR that will allow you to be able to control both devices using your Sony remote. So everyone hates having a bunch of remotes laying all over the place, but that's kind of a cool feature as well.
Yeah, no, that's a good call. And it is one of those features that can be convenient. I just recently hooked my dad up with one of my older sound bars, and I had given him one of my older Sony TVs. TV is, gosh, probably 15 years old, maybe something like that. Oh, amazing TV. It still looks gorgeous.
Still works.
And its IR receiver is all the way to the left of the screen, which is not as common now. But the sound bar does allow, Sony soundbar does allow for IR pass through, but it didn't really line up. Conveniently, though, where they sit does put them offset to be able to hit the IR, so it's okay. But there are some weird circumstances, and I guess that's just another little tidbit to know that we do have a lot of the soundbar settings for our legs of the TVs now that raises them up, so it's usually not an issue. But many of the soundbars do offer an IR pass through in case it is blocking it, so which is very nice. It is a feature you need to turn on in the soundbar, though. So just a note on that.
100%. And if you have a more recent Sony soundbar connected via HDMI to your compatible Sony TV, you will get soundbar controls on the TV.
Yes.
Right in your settings, your quick settings menu. So that's pretty awesome as well.
Yep. Cool. Last one I want to end up with here before we wrap up. I had to count this because I knew this was a big thing because I had been asked this many times when I was in a store does Google support this language? I was like, I don't know. But looking into it, and I just did a count of this TV just to see where it's at. Currently, the Google TV I have, which is a K series right now, which I assume will be the same for all the current models, supports 90 different languages and dialects, which is crazy. So if you have family members or you yourself speak a different language or just prefer a different dialect, like American English versus UK English, I don't really know how different that is on the TV, but whatever, because it doesn't have the cool accent. But it's a way to make that more comfortable for family members, or make this a great gift for someone who doesn't speak any English. We probably are going to support the language that will make it easier for them to navigate it. So very cool feature. I think that's awesome.
I have to piggyback off that really, really fast.
Sure.
Really, really fast.
Yeah.
So early in 2023, Google had a very subtle update that happened to the home screen and the UI, right? Many of you will notice that your icon profile photo on Google Home will have moved from the right side of the screen to the left. This is how you know you got that, right? On the same topic of languages, and I did this for my mother-in-law because my mother-in-law's first language is Spanish. You can actually change the home screen, not just from a language standpoint. It will also make all of its content recommendations based upon Spanish language channels, both on the 800 free, including the 800 free channels and any of the streaming platforms. It will prioritize those over the traditional popular streaming apps that typically fall in the first as far as recommendations or whatever. But when I switched that for my mother-in-law, first of all, she found a new novella that she would, enjoyed watching, but she loved that. So that's a cool thing as well.
Awesome. That's awesome. I love that. I love to hear that. And that's a great note to close on, because I know this is a quick one. But Larry, any last words for everybody that joined us for this little short blast of cool information?
No, my dogs downstairs just had something to say. Not sure if you guys heard that, but continue with the communication. The way you guys are helping us create this community of support with the questions that pop up, the way we're able to answer them, and providing us with feedback of what you want to see more of. Please continue to do that, because it is valuable to not just us, but also to our bosses who really want to make sure that what we're doing here is of value to you all. So that's my parting words.
Yep. Yeah, we are 100%, more than 100%, 118% committed to you as customers and Sony fans, and however we can support you in the best of our abilities. So please leave us a comment. Let us know what we can do more of, what we can do better, what we can do differently, other things that you would like to see, or anything else you'd like to say to us. Please like and share as well, because that will help us greatly. And of course, subscribe to the channel. Hopefully we have some very cool things coming in the future to do even more. But yeah, I think that's it. And let us know again in the comments what you think and what you'd like to see for the next one. And make sure to check us out on the next one. All right. So I've been Derek from Sony.
And it's your boy Larry with Sony.
There it is. All right. Take care.
And Catch you next time. See ya.